Okay, and the next topic I want to talk about is Antonio Brown. Antonio Brown, he's been making a fool of himself for years now, years and years, and every time I think you think that he couldn't top himself, he just tops himself, right? You thought he couldn't top himself over bitching over a helmet and freezing his foot. Well, then he goes to the Buccaneers and he just leaves in the middle of a play and middle of the field, just throws his pads. Then you think he can top himself again, and he gets arrested for something. And then, he's walking around nude in a public pool. You think he can't top himself again, and then he buys the arena football team that his dad used to play for, and just completely runs him into the ground. And we're going to go through that today and how Antonio Brown did awful as the owner of the Albany Empire. We're going to talk about that. So in April, and again, this is March, April, May, June. This is like 2.5 months ago. He bought the Albany Empire in the Arena Football League. Like I said, his dad used to play for them. Kind of a cool little story. But nothing can be a cool little story with Antonio Brown. Let's remember that for a second. So the rules for the Arena Football League is that each owner has to pay 1/7 of the operations budget. So apparently, as the my research has indicated, and by research I mean about 3 articles I read online, he paid the April fee, and then didn't pay the May fee, and then I guess went through his account, went through the credit system, whatever, and then got his money back for the April fee. But because of this and numerous other reasons, he was fined $1,000 for the league for detrimental conduct to the league, and he didn't pay that either. So, okay. During this time, he was reportedly also not paying players. There was apparently a situation in which he wouldn't give players keys to their hotel rooms, so they had to like beg the hotel staff to like get their stuff out of their hotel room. Just didn't want to let them in their hotel room. Okay, cool. Again, keep in mind this isn't the NFL, but this is a professional football organization for adult men. Let's keep that in mind here. Apparently, he did all that right. Just forgot to pay bills. Forgot, quote unquote. Um, he apparently they also went 1-6 during his tenure. Played 7 games, went 1-6. He promised a cameo appearance from Cam Newton. Never happened. He promised that he would play in a game. Never happened. He caught passes at one practice, and at that practice, the quarterback that threw the balls literally said that he wasn't sure if Antonio Brown was going to pay him. But he also made sure to distinct that AB, the owner, is different from AB, the player, in whatever kind of sick world we're living in. I don't know. He then cut the only 2 quarterbacks they had on the roster. This guy's insane. Um, and the league, officials ended up having an emergency meeting, and they voted to, basically cut ties with the Albany Empire. Just cut them. They've been a part of the Arena Football League for I don't even know how long, and they just got cut. They just got dropped from the league because of Antonio Brown. Again, this guy's owned the team for like not even 3 months. Not even 3 months. I mean, those white girls that you went to school with have had relationships longer than he's owned this Albany team. It's just ridiculous. So I just want to say Antonio Brown is just this term is overused, but he's literally a menace to society. Anything he does, anything he touches turns toxic. It turns terrible. I don't know why people keep giving Antonio Brown opportunities. I don't know. I know why. It's because he's a rich and famous athlete, but he's proven time and time again that he is danger. He is mentally unstable. He is not capable of any sort of responsibility, even a little bit. I don't know why he's still in the news. I don't know why he's relevant. I don't know why he keeps popping up everywhere, doing everything. I'm getting sick of it. I'm getting sick of seeing Antonio Brown. When I was a kid, I saw Antonio Brown as one of the league's best receivers, and I thought he was super cool and he was super talented and he could toe tap. And ever since then, my perception of him has just gone down and down and down every single year. And I think that this is just a classic case of Antonio Brown, the rich and famous athlete who has all yes men around him. Anything he wants, anything he does, oh yeah, Antonio Brown, oh yeah, 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 yeah. They're afraid to say no to him. They're not gonna say no to him. He's probably paying their bills. So I just think that it's a very, very sad situation. I hate Antonio Brown. I have no issues saying that. And he, unfortunately, you could make the argument that maybe he has some brain damage. He has some CTE. People like to point out Devontae's perfect hit in the playoff game. I can't rule that out. I'm not a doctor. But what I do know is that he at this point is just a danger to society, and he needs to get serious help. He needs to see a mental health professional. He needs to do something. A psych ward. I don't know what I don't know what he needs to do, but he needs to do something. He's unlike most people. He's got the resources to get all the help that he needs, and I think that he needs to change something up quick because everything he's done for the past many years has just been awful and it's been terrible. And I hope that he doesn't or hasn't hurt anybody yet. He's probably hurt these players and the families by not paying their salaries. I hope that the Arena Football League can come to some sort of resolution to that and fund the players the money that Antonio Brown didn't pay him or something like that. But he's a danger. He's legitimately like a bad person and a danger and irresponsible and reckless and everything like that. So I hope nothing bad happens to Antonio Brown, and I hope he doesn't cause any harm to any other people. But you're not going to catch me rooting for Antonio Brown anytime soon.